AMALearning, you're about to. Specification point 3.13. Explain the terms chromosome, gene, allele, dominant, recessive, homozygous, heterozygous, genotype, phenotype, gamete and zygote. To successfully answer any GCSE questions linked to this topic, you will need to learn these key terms as they are essential to analyzing genetic crosses and predicting inheritance patterns. Now let's dive deeper into the key terms that are essential for understanding inheritance and predicting genetic outcomes. Inheritance is the process by which genetic information is passed on from parent to offspring. Offspring inherit genes from their parents, and these genes code for different characteristics. Key terms like chromosome, gene, allele, gamete, genotype, phenotype, recessive, dominant, heterozygous, and homozygous provide the foundation for understanding genetic inheritance and predicting traits in offspring. These terms are essential for analyzing genetic crosses and predicting inheritance patterns. What are chromosomes, genes, and alleles? Chromosome, a structure found in the nucleus that carries genetic information in the form of genes. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Genes, a specific section of DNA that codes for a particular protein. Genes determine traits like eye color or blood type. Allele, different forms of the same gene. For example, the gene for flower color in plants may have alleles for red or white flowers. What are dominant and recessive alleles? Alleles are different versions of the same gene. Alleles can be either dominant or recessive. Dominant alleles are always expressed if present and are represented by a capital letter. For example, capital B is used to represent the allele for brown eyes. Recessive alleles are only expressed when two copies are present and are represented by a lowercase letter. For example, lowercase b is used to represent the allele for blue eyes. Recessive alleles are not expressed when in the presence of dominant alleles. What does homozygous and heterozygous mean? Homozygous is when both alleles for a gene are the same. For example, two capital B's, BB, or two lowercase b's, written as BB. Heterozygous is when the alleles for a gene are different. For example, capital B and lowercase b. What do we mean by genotype and phenotype? The genotype is the genetic makeup of an organism. It tells which alleles an organism has. For example, the individual in this picture has brown eyes. They could have the following genotype: capital B and lowercase b. Phenotype is the characteristic expressed because of the alleles that an organism has. For example, the individual in this picture's phenotype is brown eyes. What is the genotype of this individual's eye? The genotype is lowercase b and lowercase b. The phenotype is blue. A gamete is a reproductive cell, sperm or egg in humans. They are formed by meiosis and contain half the number of chromosomes, haploid. The key terms from this specification point feed into the rest of topic 3. Understanding them will ensure success across topic 3, and the key terms covered in 3.13 will find their way into many questions from other specification points. Many of the exam questions that you will get linked only to 3.13 will be multiple choice questions checking your understanding of the key terms and their definitions. Let's try a few multiple choice questions to make sure we have understood the key terms. I will show you a question, read it out, and then reveal the answer after 5 seconds. Pause the video if that isn't long enough. Question 1. The allele for purple flowers is dominant to the allele for white flowers. Which term describes the allele for white flowers? And the correct answer is B. The white flower is recessive. Question number 2. Potatoes have different physical characteristics such as color. Which genetic key term describes the physical characteristics of a potato? And the correct answer is A. Phenotype. Question 3. Which key term means the genetic makeup of an organism? And the correct answer is B. Genotype. Question 4. What is the definition of the key term allele? And the correct answer is D. Alleles are different versions of the same gene. Our animations were designed by experienced UK-trained teachers. We have been achieving amongst the best results in the country for many years, and we decided it was time to share our success. Have you just AMALed and want to AMAL some more? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share to keep yourself up to date with the latest uploads. AMALearning, you just did.